They say some places remember us, even when we don't remember them. Tonight we're walking into a gorge carved by time, shadow, and sorrow. A place where water never stops whispering, where dogs still run through the trees without bodies, and where an old man may still be waiting. My name's Nikki. This is Nightly Haven. Welcome to Old Man's Cave. Fear tingles down your spine and hairs stand on end. Mysteries unknown and tales in the dark. Are you ready? Hello? Old Man's Cave sits deep within the Hocking Hills State Park in southeastern Ohio, a place families return to year after year. My mom actually used to go with my sisters every summer, and unfortunately I would always miss it because school was starting. So that's a regret I've always had. I've always really wanted to visit Old Man's Cave. I've heard so much about it. I've seen so many pictures and how beautiful it is. It's scenic, it's peaceful, it's the kind of place you visit as a child, and somehow it stays with you. For many people, it's just waterfalls, stone bridges, and winding trails. But for others, it's one of the most haunted hikes in America. And maybe that's because this place doesn't feel empty. It feels occupied. Long before tourists, long before ghost stories, this land belonged to the Shawnee and other tribes. The caves and gorges weren't considered frightening. They were sacred, shelter, observation points, places where spirits move freely between worlds. And if there's one thing folklore teaches us over and over again, it's this. Where people once believed spirits walk freely, they often still do. The cave takes its name from Richard Rowe, a hermit who lived in the late 1700s. Rowe wasn't a myth, he was real. He chose isolation, living alone in the gorge with only his 2 hunting dogs for company. No family nearby, no town, no witnesses, just forest, stone, and silence. Or at least that's how it starts. One day, 2 young boys followed the sound of barking dogs into the gorge. The dogs led them to the cave. Inside, they found Richard Rowe's body. What happened next depends on which version of the story you believe. Some say Rowe accidentally shot himself while cleaning his rifle. Others whisper that he was murdered, perhaps robbed, perhaps targeted for living alone. No official investigation. Weird. No clear answers. Just a dead man in a cave and 2 dogs that refused to leave. The dogs lingered after his death, howling, pacing, searching, and then they just vanished. But locals say they never really left. Not long after Rowe's death, people began reporting strange encounters. An old man standing silently near the cave entrance, the sound of dogs barking echoing through the gorge, footsteps behind hikers when no one was there, voices carried by the wind, whispering words no one could quite understand. And the thing is, these reports didn't stop. They multiplied. Hikers today, centuries later, still report feeling watched, sudden drops in temperatures near the cave, seeing a man in outdated clothing disappear into stone, hearing dogs running when the trail is empty. Some claim the dogs appear first, a blur of movement, a flash of white or brown, And then the man follows, always watching, never speaking. Old Man's Cave isn't a dusty attic or an abandoned asylum. It's alive. Water constantly flows. Stone walls echo every sound. Mist hangs in the air like breath. And psychologically, that matters. Our brains are wired to fill silence with meaning, but some visitors swear it isn't their imagination. They say the gorge responds. So, what are the theories? What walks here? Theory 1. Richard Rowe doesn't know he's dead. He wanders the trails he once walked, following dogs that no longer have bodies. Theory 2. The land itself remembers him and replays his presence like an echo. Theory 3. The cave is a thin place, a place where past and present overlap. And if that's true, he may not be the only one there. There's something uniquely haunting about places tied to memory. Family trips, laughter, missed moments. Sometimes the ghosts aren't just spirits. They're the versions of ourselves that never got to go. Despite the stories, or maybe because of them, people return to Old Man's Cave again and again. Not to chase fear, but to feel something ancient, something watching, something that reminds us we're only visitors here. If you ever walk those trails, listen carefully. If you hear dogs running but see nothing, don't follow them. If you feel watched, keep walking. And if you see the old man standing at the edge of the gorge, just remember, some places don't want to be forgotten. Good night, and welcome to Nightly Haven. Bye, guys.